It's your boy Red Pill Thanos, man. Coming to you live and direct from Planet Logic. Today, we're gonna do a video reaction. I came across this YouTube ad, she just popped up as I was scrolling YouTube the other day. Interesting young lady by the name of Kay Foster. I watched a couple of her videos and I want to react to one of them titled, What She Hates About Dating in This Generation. Now here's a disclaimer, Kay Foster's a baby. She's only like 20 years old. So she hasn't even been around long enough to really, experience life. And I just thought it was interesting, some of the things that she was saying. So we're going to take a look into some of this information as we dive into portions of this video. It's a pretty long video, maybe about 17 minutes long. So we're not going to look at the whole video, just certain aspects that I want to highlight of the video. And if you want to look at the entire video, the link will be in the description. So without further ado, let's take a look into this video here by Kay Foster.
So this is what I've gathered. I have a profile on there, listed my information, yada yada yada. I'm interested in men, so it's already gonna be a sad show. My preferred age range when it comes to dating is honestly my age up to like 26. I used to have like it up to 29, but then I realized that like older men would never get my TikTok references. Like older men are definitely like a lot more stable and sometimes more mature, but when it comes to like overall relatability, it's just not really there. And men of all ages can at least.
Alright, so right then and there, you can kind of see she's trying to be mature, but she's still very young mentally. Okay, so she said men, she's 20, so men up to 10 years older than her may not get her TikTok references. I mean, for me, I'm 27. I'm pretty cool with the TikTok thing. I mean, I don't use TikTok, but I got a younger sister, you know what I'm saying? Like my baby sister, she 15. So like she does TikTok, and when she's doing it and posts it on her little Instagram, I understand what she's doing. It's not hard. I mean, TikTok is TikTok, and a lot of the things that they pull from aren't new. So I don't understand where she's coming from with the TikTok thing. But you can also see that she's pretty jaded, because men of all ages can SMD. Like you're a baby, relax. But let's see what else she had to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what else she had to say.
At least on Hinge, I've started to ask people like what their intentions are right off rip. Like before, I would just go into the app, talk with them, they would get my number, and then we would meet up, and then the next day I would figure out that they just want to be friends. And it was just like a waste of my time. A guy will try to convince you that he does not know, but a guy will know what his intentions are.
Okay. She has somewhat of a point. I mean, most guys do know what their intentions are, but not every guy have black and white intentions. Like, if I meet you on a dating app or whatever, and we link, and it's the first time we link, maybe I just want to get to know you. Maybe I don't know if I want a relationship. Maybe I don't know if I even want to fuck you. You may be annoying as hell, and I don't even want to deal with you after this. So just asking me what my intentions are the first time you meet me, like, you're coming off a little strong. Why don't you sit down, relax, and see what's going on first? You understand what I'm saying? But, we live in this day and age where it's instant gratification. Everything is instant. And she's a baby. She doesn't remember a time where everything wasn't so instant. So her mindset is, what are your intentions right now? It's kind of like, you seen the scene in Bad Boys 2, where Reggie came and went to pick up Martin Lawrence's daughter, and they grilled him right off jump. It's kind of like that. Like, relax, man. We just getting coffee. Calm your tits. You know what I mean?
And if they don't, I'm gonna give you examples of what they might tell you. If you ask a guy what their intentions are, and they say that they're looking for someone to vibe with, you need to leave. Vibe with your mom. Vibe with your dog. Now granted, if you go on these dating apps and you're looking to hook up, more power to you. You know, the ball is already in your court. But if you're not, there are certain things that you need to avoid. Number 2, someone to connect with, unmatched. You know how many different kinds of people you can connect with? You can connect with yourself. This is not Bumble for friends. Go over there. I had a guy verbatim tell me when I asked what his intentions are, and if the guy is watching this, like, I really liked you, you know, but I don't like waiting for things. So yeah, I'm not even apologizing at this point. To be honest, I'm looking for someone that I can easily vibe / connect / explore and get to know. Not necessarily a relationship, but a mutual understanding. What is a mutual understanding? To which I replied, so friends. And he was like, yeah. Like, it's just, you could have said that in a sentence, you know? Some guys like to skirt around it just so that they can get what they want, and then after tell you, oh, I know that we hung out and I took you to my parents' house and you rubbed my back and I bought you this and we went there and we hang out every single day and FaceTime every night. But I'm not looking for anything serious. But I'm not looking for anything serious will be the death of me.
Alright, so she said a mouthful there. First of all, I'm kind of the guy where, like, the whole catch a vibe thing, I think is corny, personally. I think people use it too much, but I understand it. Like, there's nothing wrong with, on a first date, someone saying they're looking for someone to vibe and connect with. Vibe with your mom. Nah, I'm on a date, stupid. Like, that vibe is different. Like, but this goes back to her being a baby. Like I said, she doesn't know too much, and she's trying to sound mature, but she doesn't have the life experiences to really comprehend what it is that she's trying to convey, because that made no sense. And then she was like, you know, the guys are beating around the bush with her. Now, being red pill, y'all know there's some red pill people that say tell it like it is, and there's some that be like, yo, you know, sell them a dream. This is what I'm gonna say. If it's the first time you meeting somebody, you tell her what you need to tell her based on her energy. And you'll know if shorty's with it. If shorty's with it and you know you just trying to smash and she's with it, that energy will be conveyed. And then right then and there you be like, yo, I ain't looking for nothing serious, and you know, it is what it is. But if shorty seem like she the relationship type and you really trying to get that box, yo, you gonna have to finesse it a little bit, you know? Just let her know, look, I'm not opposed to a relationship. I would like to eventually grow into that with you, but at this time I want to take things slowly. You know, you never close the door. Now, the wordplay that some of the guys that she was showing the examples of was using, it's kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? They're saying too much and saying nothing at all. They're using too many words and they're not saying shit. So what you gotta do is you gotta leave that door open for the possibility of a relationship and say that you want to take things slow. A woman can't do nothing but respect that. And if she don't respect that, her whole perspective is whack. Shout out to Hove. Understand what I'm saying? And then you heard her say, you know, at the end, if a guy ain't looking for nothing serious, that's going to be the death of her. Little girl, you're 20 years old. Like, go sit down somewhere. Your breath still smell like Similac. You know what I mean? Like, still wet behind the ears. Come on, man. You got baby hairs in the picture, man. What's going on with you?
I had another guy tell me, I'm not looking for anything serious, but I'm not looking for anything casual. What does that even mean? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that I have food.
Pretty much what that means is that he's not looking for no hoes, but he's not looking for a wife right now. You understand? He's just going with the flow. That's more of a I'm a whatever happens type of nigga. You get what I'm saying? And he could have worded that a lot better. He could have said, look, I don't view you as a hit it and quit it. I don't view you as, you know, a fuck buddy. But right at this moment, I'm not pursuing anything serious. If it gets to that, I'm okay with it. Again, you always got, when it comes to these chicks that want relationships, you always got to leave that door open. Give them that little glimmer of hope that one day they will be able to, get that commitment or relationship from you. And, you just play the game till it runs its course. It is what it is. And if you say that and she not with it, don't be butthurt. It is what it is. There's plenty of women out here who take that sell of that dream and you run with that. You know what I mean? You get that piece of these.
And even like aside from dating apps, a guy will literally show you so much flirtatious energy. A guy will kiss you. A guy will have sex with you and still want nothing to do with you. Guys will flirt with you heavy on social media. Heavy on social media. You're gonna meet up in person. I'm not looking for anything right now. Oh, I'm just working on myself. I get people flirt for fun, but it's just like so inconsiderate. Like, don't show interest if you're not interested. I didn't think it was that hard of a concept to grasp, but like apparently it is. I definitely think it's okay to change your mind and realize that you don't necessarily want to pursue a person romantically, but it's just like, if you know that, cut it off when you know.
Okay, that last sentence she said, keep that for reference, because we're gonna come back to that, and I'm gonna show you where her young mind and her hypocrisy comes in. But the first thing she said is, dudes will flirt with you, kiss you, buy you gifts, fuck you, whatever, and then say that they don't want to commit to you. That doesn't mean they don't have any interest. That means that he's interested in whatever type of situation y'all have. Just because he doesn't want to move further doesn't mean that he's not interested in you. See, she's trying to relate being interested into long-term relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean because I don't want a long-term relationship that I'm not interested in you. I may be interested in them 40 double D's you got in your tank top. I may be interested into that ass dragging back there, and them Amiris you got on. I don't know. Understand what I'm saying? Like, I not necessarily her. I'm just saying, in general. I may be interested into the intellectual conversations that we may have. Maybe we have conversations that I can't have with anybody else. You understand? Like, or maybe the box is fire. Like, it is what it is. Those are interests. Just because I'm not interested in committing to you long term doesn't mean I'm not interested in you as a person. But I digress.
Some of my friends have told me, you talk to a lot of guys, Kai. Is it you? It's me, but not for the wrong reasons. Like, my standards are gonna remain high because I'm not just about to take bare minimum and settle. Like, I've been in too many shitty situations for me to settle. And coming from a divorced family, my expectations are just like, you need to meet this, and that before I even consider, because I'm not about to get into a situation that I know in the end is not gonna be what I want it to be. When I like a guy, they usually just wanna fuck. And then when I don't like a guy, they wanna marry me. It's just like no in between. I will say that I'm a very picky person, and astrology. I'm a Virgo moon. Like, you need to come with it. Like, I can't do disarray. I can't do, I don't know what this is. Like, I can be very practical at times, believe it or not.
Set a mouthful there too. So her friends told her that she talked to a lot of guys. Now, in the beginning of this video, which I didn't show, she says she's been single for 3 years. She's 20 years old, so that means, roughly her senior year high school, fresh out of high school, whatever, she's been single. She said in that time span, she's talked to 45 dudes. Now, she didn't say she fucked 45 dudes. She said she's had conversations with 45 dudes. That's on average 15 guys a year. So she's entertained on average 15 men a year, and she's 20 years old. And she said that her standards are really, really high. Now, I get that, having high standards, don't suffer for the bare minimum. But what I also wanted to get into was some of the things that she swipes left on these dating apps for. And we're going to get into how ridiculous these quote unquote standards are.
Time for the bullshit. I don't. So these are my profile turn-offs on dating apps. Number 1, photos from a higher angle. This is probably gonna be like, what the fuck? What do you mean, Kai? You're so picky. And I am, and I'll get into why. Guys typically take photos from this angle. It can be like a very subconscious thing, and they might not even think about it, but psychologically it's been proven that like it asserts this kind of dominance, I guess, whereas girls will typically take pictures from a higher angle like this. So when I see a guy with a picture from a higher angle, or like not necessarily just one picture, but like that's his whole profile. I just don't even give it the time of day. And because it's a dating app, I don't mind being that picky because there's like thousands of people on there. You know what I'm saying?
So she's swiping left for camera angles, right? Come on, man. She just tried to make, like, psychoanalyze the way a dude take a picture. Like, with men, we don't think about it that much like y'all do. You know how you see the plate cleaners? How the plate cleaners only take a picture from the neck up or from the titties up? Like, we don't think about it like that. Like, we niggas, like, we just take pictures. It is what it is. Like, but, you know, this goes back to her. And another red flag I didn't even talk about was the whole, I'm a Virgo moon, you have to come with it. Like, yo, chicks that put all they weight into astrology and all of that, stay away from them. They're dense as hell. Dense as hell.
I'm saying, next, guys love to put pictures with their friends. I'm just like, which one are you? And then it turns out to be the ugly one. And I'm just like, well, damn, I just wasted my time trying to figure this shit out. I'm not fucking Sherlock Holmes. Next, only side profiles. Like, you'll literally scroll through a guy's profile feed and it's just like, what do you look like? Because I don't look the same like this like I do here. Two different bitches.
I'm kind of with her on that one, though. Like, you know, I've been on some dating apps and, like, I've swiped left because it'll have a name, you know, a profile, and every picture it's like three chicks. Like, which one are you, shorty? Like, I'm with on that. And then the side profile, I mean, I get that. I mean, either way, like, even if you're interested, you know, you could just hit somebody up and be like, yo, you know, your profile intrigued me. Do you have any front-facing pictures, or do you have any pictures by yourself? Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, if they hit you and it ain't your steez, like, you just dub them. Like, it is what it is. But, you know, I'm just saying, for someone to be this nitpicky, it's kind of crazy, especially when you entertain 15 niggas a year. I mean, which one is it? Like, what side of the scale you on, man? You know what I mean?
Next, not putting enough information. I don't use Tinder, so this is like not really my problem there. But on Hinge and Bumble actually, you have a lot of options to put down, like, what's your height, which is just a beautiful thing. I know I'm 5 feet, but, like, you know, if I can go with not having midgets for kids, I'm gonna do so.
So she's 5 foot, she's vertically challenged, and she's height shaming guys. So fellas, I guess if you're like 5'3", don't even talk to her. Although you stand over her at 5'3", I guess if you're 5'3", she's not gonna be with it. I mean, I don't know. Like, we gotta be smarter here. Like, who knows? The guy she may be looking for might be 5'2.5", and she'll walk right past him. You never know. But again, this comes from with being young.
Do so. You could put like what you're interested in, what your religion is, do you want to have kids, yada yada yada. So when I see a guy that doesn't fill out the information, he just thinks that he's like better than everybody else, I'm just like, yeah, no.
So because a guy don't fill out every one of them questions with mad thought-provoking shit, he thinks he's better than everyone else. Again, we don't care about all that. Like, we're dudes. Like, we create a profile, we're gonna answer pretty quickly, you know, post the pictures up and just send the shit out. Like, that's what a first date is for. It's for you. A first date, like fellas, I want y'all to start looking at a first date like a job interview. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's so you can interview her to see if she's a match to fit the job description of what you want, you know, what type of situation you want, and if she fits that bill, and vice versa. It's supposed to be for her to interview you to see if you what she want, and then y'all go from there. This is why I'm a believer. No high-end first dates. Like, yo, you could meet me at a park, we could go get some coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but, you know, I'll give me some from Starbucks. We can chill at Starbucks. You can meet me at a Barnes & Noble. You know, we can sit and discuss some things. No high-end first dates. First date, always bare minimum. Because you may not even like the chick. It is what it is, man. But we gonna get into some other things. Remember I told y'all to keep some of these things in mind, or what she was saying. And we're gonna get into the hypocrisy in this.
My friend said this earlier to me, but like, if you're not applying pressure, I'm communicating with other people. I would say that there are some positive takeaways. There are some people that I like genuinely like as friends. Like, not everybody is meant to date, and sometimes you'll meet somebody that you think that you want to go to another level with, and you realize that this is just not what that is, and you guys can just remain friends sometimes. And you're gonna think that I'm so shitty, and I think that I'm shitty sometimes too. You know, we all are to a certain extent. But sometimes people's purpose is not what you want, but what you need. For example, I met a guy, right, and it doesn't work out. You know, nothing about that relationship was gonna happen or turn out to be something more. What did come of that situation is a free Netflix account. I hope they're not watching, because they're definitely gonna walk out of their shit. What did come out of that situation is free food. I have a YouTube TV account, not mine. I was so close to getting Disney Plus, but it never got that far. I have a few finesses that I'm not gonna get into because it's just like legality. But some people's purpose in your life is not to date or to explore romantically. Sometimes you need a free Netflix account, and that's okay.
Okay. Summary. She's 20 years old. She's been single for 3 years. She's entertained on average about 15 dudes a year. And she has very high standards. Swipes left for some asinine things. Hates dating in his generation, but still admits to finessing niggas. Do you see? This is why you gotta be red pill. Shit like this. She just explained how she finessed the nigga out of a Netflix account, which is like $15.99 a month. A YouTube TV account is about $40-50 a month. You know, she was like, oh, I didn't get far enough to get to Disney Plus. She talked about free food. Again, no high-end first dates. If you take a chick to Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? You good. You buying a coffee, maybe a little pastry, and you chilling. Like, you know, maybe spend like $10-12. Keep it pushing. Like, you ain't gotta worry about going to Benihana's, you know, taking her to a 5-star restaurant and dropping half a rack on a minuscule dinner for you to never get a text back. Like, it is what it is, man. But all in all, we're gonna call this little girl interesting. You understand what I'm saying? This video of hers made no sense, and like I said, it's about 17 minutes long. You can go down in the description, click her video, watch it. Like, she tries to sound very mature, but she's a baby. She hasn't experienced anything yet. And a lot of this shit made absolutely no sense. How are you vertically challenged? And you're gonna shame men for being vertically challenged? Makes no sense. Oh, she also said that she bought a Wendy's 4 for $4 in the beginning of the video because it's all she can afford. That's what she says. But she has really high standards. I'm just saying. Fellas, you gotta look at the signs and keep it pushing, man. Don't get butthurt. This is what we're up against out here. And to be honest, she's not even as bad as women that are older than her, because women that are older than her got a lot more experience. They got a lot more game. They got a lot more ways to get over on you. So you got to keep your eyes open. Keep that third eye open, man. Become awake. Take that red pill. Come over to the dark side. And don't be butthurt about it. You just understand the nature and you know how to maneuver. It's your boy Red Pill Thanos, man. And I'm signing out.